up, all you action figure enthusiasts and toy collectors? It is time for Alternate Heads, the Toy Talking Podcast. I'm Jason DX, the guy over there. That's Near. What are you doing?
I'm dancing because Bryce isn't here to dance with me, but he is here. He's right here. Don't you see him?
Yeah, I see. Hey, Bryce, good to see you.
Oh, man. You can't say that on the show. This isn't a kid's show.
His voice is a little hurt. So we're gonna just let him talk a little bit less. Yeah, man. He's here with us.
Oh, Bryce.
Okay, then. Well, we miss Bryce. Anyway, okay, guys, it is. We thought it was going to be kind of a short week for us, but honestly,
news-wise, no. But I mean,
we've been. There's not a lot of.
There's not a lot of stuff on the table, and to be fair, half of the stuff on the table we got today.
Yeah, we were, and we benefit in the city of Dallas to actually have some vintage toy stores in the area. Today we got to attend a special media event for Dallas Vintage Toys.
Love them.
They have a much bigger store. They just opened up. Well, they opened up for us. They're going to be opening on Tuesday.
That's the day this show comes out.
The show airs.
They will open up.
Go check out their new location. It's
should already have a video up though before this.
Oh yeah, there will be a video. There should be one up. But 12021 South Plano Road. It's just a little bit closer to me.
Suite 190.
And it is a big store, man. They have gone all out.
It's at least twice the size.
Yeah, if you've watched the video that we put up, man, it's not even just twice the size.
It's about three
times.
times.
The ambiance of it.
The giant gray skull. Stuff. I mean, I just barely fit underneath that. I'm a big guy, but I'm a tall guy. But walking under there made me feel powerful.
It was very cool. Very cool. Thanks for letting us come out, take some video, talk. It's a quick video. It's a great store. I love it. It looks it's and I used to buy from them when they were just an eBay store. Local pickup was at an office building down on Abrams. Like it was on the 6th floor. And really, like there was nothing that showed I was at Dallas Vintage Toys. It was just a door and it's like, a bell. Am I at the right place?
So you just had to order online and you picked it up from there?
I picked it up online. And then they started letting people come in and view the store. It was probably, a third of the size of the old store. Mm-hmm. But they packed it in there, boy, for some vintage toys. And then, of course, they moved to their new spot on Forest Gate, and now an even bigger. Just congratulations.
And they're going to keep growing. It's really hard in Dallas for toy companies, just like vintage toy areas, to actually be able to stay in business like that. There are 3 total.
And they have been succeeding, so...
4 total. I'm sorry. There are 4 total.
4 total?
There are 4 total. We have Jadens.
Okay.
We have Dallas Vintage Toys, DFW Toy Stash, and Retro Madness.
Oh, and Retro Madness. That's right.
Technically, if you want to count the Star Wars shop that's in Fort Worth, that does make 5, but they are exclusively Star Wars. They're pretty cool, though. They overcharge a little bit, and they don't exactly keep up with information. They did try to tell me when I went last in there. They were trying to tell me that Black Series was ending, so really it was about time we needed to get our Black Series figures now. And I just looked at them and went, this is one of the most successful series they have. Why would they cancel this line?
Why are you feeding me a line?
Yeah,
anyway,
so, I mean, but whatever.
Back to it. Definitely check out DVT. Awesome. Looks great. Congratulations, guys. But also... we went over and checked out Jadens Toys. He's opened up his second location.
That video is very short, but you can find that on our Instagram.
I'm thinking about just throwing it in while we're talking, so people can see just the new store. It's located up in the what is that mall in Frisco? Dang,
I don't. Stonebriar
Mall in Frisco, Texas. They're downstairs next to the Macy's. It's actually a little bit smaller than the store that they had over in Louisville, but that store is still open. So he's actually got 2 locations now. Congratulations to him. And I saw a couple people.
Is it 2? Is it 2 locations?
Yes, 2 locations. It still has a.
So the Louisville one's still open.
Yeah, it's still open.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So people are succeeding in the toy market here.
Yeah, I know. Retro Madness opened up a second location in Arlington.
And Arlington.
Yeah, so it's Arlington, and there's one in Euless.
Euless.
Yeah. Burleson is completely different, but it has great food. So Retro Madness did open a second location. I wasn't too big of a fan of their second location, but I love the first location. I love the guys there, so I'm always gonna go with that one. I don't live next to there anymore, so it's really hard to go over there. But
we're lucky. We're lucky.
Yeah, Dallas Vintage Toys gets to expand. DFW Toy Stash also expanding. They're growing. They got a new location as well, and they're opening up at the end of the month.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go over there whenever they open up as well. Obviously, you're coming with me.
Several of our friends have visited over there already. So
and but yeah, and then of course Jayden now getting that.
We can get our toys too.
Yeah, it's more places to hunt.
Exactly.
And some of them charge a little more for depending on what you're getting, but sometimes if you're cool with the guys, they'll work with you, like we did with one of our figures today.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's get on to some acquisitions. I got some acquisitions here because you do have something on the table that I hate you for just a little bit. So over at Jadens Toys. Go ahead. Go.
So,
talk this noise.
Okay. Well, do you want to start there?
Okay.
Do you
know what? We'll start with.
You want to go with the normal stuff?
Let's start with the normal stuff.
Because we don't have a whole lot on the table.
No, we don't. Okay. So this week I was able through Amazon to get Ranger Slayer and Time Force Red, new figures from the Lightning Wave 5 Power Rangers Lightning Collection. I'm still missing Billy, and I'm still missing Zeo Gold. But I'm okay with that, honestly, because you got Zeo Gold, and I'm just like, okay. I did get Destro from an eBay seller from the new G.I. Joe Classic. I
cannot find. It's the only one I'm missing.
Yeah, I would have had Snake Eyes. Unfortunately, they sent me the wrong one, and he sent the wrong one to somebody else, and we ain't getting that figure back. So yeah, that sucks.
Because they ended up getting they kept their Snake Eyes.
Yeah, it sucks. So, but today I got the Mezco cable.
Dude, it's amazing.
That I've had my eye on for a while. Yeah, go ahead. Light it up. Oh my goodness, look at that. I've seen this figure and I passed him up. But also, DVT allowed us to come in there early.
Yeah.
I figured I can make a good purchase for myself.
So it's really funny because you say that as well. When they announced that this figure was coming out initially, I wanted it. Because I'm not a huge Cable fan, but I love the way Cable's looked. But
this is a good looking.
But this one looked phenomenal, and especially when we got it in person. So when we were at DVT and you saw Cable, I went, I want that. And then I was gonna get it, but I was torn between another purchase. But you made it really easy. And you're like, you know what? You did see it first, so you were like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get this. And I said, that's fine. You can go ahead and get it.
Thank you for your permission.
No. like we're gonna fight it out. We're very respectful on this team, except for, if Bryce is involved trying to convince us that our 6-inch plastic is not as good as his, but...
He would have been happy with some of the cloth good stuff that we saw.
Yeah, he would be. Like, the two things we picked up today would have been great. But it's one of those things where I looked at it and I wanted it, and I'll probably end up picking up my own now that I have my own shelves instead of the crappy Dyson display.
Congratulations, because he has... we'll get to that after.
Yeah, we'll tell that story later. But yeah, like, I wanted it, but you picked it up, then you opened it, and I was like, oh, son of a bitch, I should have gotten it.
It's a good figure. It is. I love this light up effect on it. And
I'll turn off the lights now.
The weapons, it'll look good with my Mezcos. It's a unique design. He's not going on my Legends shelf. He's going on my Mezco shelf, and I'm really happy with the cable.
Yeah, the cable's amazing.
So I think that's all of mine for this week.
I'll go into mine. I also picked up some stuff from an eBay seller. I ultimately couldn't wait for the Joes either. And I found a decent deal, and I got four of
that's the only place we're getting them.
Yeah, I got the four main Joes. I managed to get Duke, Roadblock, and Scarlet. They're not on the table because we already showed them last week. Yeah. But I did manage to get the Snake Eyes.
I like the Snake Eyes. I don't need it. I want it.
No. So I said the same thing because at first I thought I wasn't going to want it because we already got that really cool anniversary Snake Eyes that we got for
that deluxe
that deluxe Toy Fair stuff, whatever. But once I saw that it was all black, the only complaint I have is obviously the weapons. But part of our toy news, I'm going to be able to fix that issue later. But like, I don't like the way that futuristic weapon looks the same way I don't like Roadblocks, but I like everybody else's.
Yeah, I got to find a 50 cal for it.
But an all black Snake Eyes looks amazing. And yeah, it's the exact same figure. It's the exact same sculpt, but it's all black with some minor paint details. And I love it.
And the different guns, but you know.
I also, from another, I don't want to say he was an eBay seller. It's a comic book store in California. I managed to find the Zeo Gold Ranger, and it was the only one that they had. And I didn't initially plan on getting Zeo Gold, but then it's the Ranger line. I can't help it. I ultimately ordered them, and they use different plastics. color on him, and that bothers me, but it also doesn't, because when I put him on the shelf, he's just gonna be in the back anyway, because I have him with the Tray of Triforia head on anyway, since we already have the other.
And he has a different staff, the staff in a different configuration.
Yeah, so I mean, it looks good. I like it. Mine came with a black spot on the nose already, and that bothers me. But once again, he's just gonna be in the back. It doesn't really matter. I also managed to find, same day that I got my Zeo Gold in, was Commander Bly from GameStop. Walked in, I asked if they had anything. I went there to go pick up, like, I think it was Horizon.
Visor raises up and down?
Yeah.
Okay. Does one of my other Black Series do that?
I want to say, I know Jango Fett. Maybe not Jango. No. One of the other troopers had this effect where, like, the antenna here came down. It was not Rex. It wasn't Smexy Rexy.
Rex has that feature. I can't think of who has the full visor though. But anyway, go ahead.
It doesn't matter. But I managed to pick them up from GameStop. Well, GameStop also has some good PS4 sales. If the new PS5 was announced, I know you guys talked about it already. But like God of War for PS4 and Horizon Zero Dawn, I wanted to get God of War, but I couldn't find it. Those are both $10 right now at GameStop. So if you guys are missing those, go get that.
I need to go fully pay for a PS5 just right now.
I'm gonna pre-order it. You know what? Now that I found out that it can lay on its side, I'm gonna go ahead and pre-order. I'm gonna pre-order it. I was going to anyway. That Miles game, I'm all for it. But moving on, I also managed to snag the SH Figuarts Infinity War Hulk off of Amazon. A lot of people loved this figure last year. I really wanted it, but I never pulled the trigger. I don't know why. I don't own any Marvel SH Figuarts figures other than a Tony Stark. But like, I wanted to get this one, and Amazon then put it back on its website for its normal price. Like, it wasn't hiked up. It was shipped and sold by Amazon for its normal price. And because of this giant thing I had with Amazon recently,
size comparison with Marvel Legends, about the
same size.
Huh.
So it is the exact same size as some of the other ones. It's just got better posability to it. It does have some points of paint rub, but the shading on this thing's amazing. No, it does not look anything like Muck Ruffalo, in my opinion. But it's Hulk. I don't care. And like, the moment I saw it, and I managed to get it for like $20 off as well because Amazon credits. So I went ahead and I pulled the trigger. I did it. I shouldn't have, but I did it, and I got it in, and I love it. It's so good. My wife even likes it. And then we talked about this. When we went to Jadens Toys, I managed to snag the SH Figuarts Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku.
Well, Goku in yet another shade of something.
I will take every flavor of Goku, just the same way I will with Wolverine.
The next hair color will be green.
And Spider-Man and Snake Eyes. I'm going to take them all, and I would be okay with a Super Saiyan green. But they had so many of these, and I had to walk out of there with something. It's Jadens Toys. I'm going to buy something. And since you bought Cable, I went ahead and went with Goku, which is great. Because other than moving into this last one, going back into the story first, it was also my birthday a few days after yours. And you, even though I told you you didn't have to get me anything, went ahead and picked me up the SH Monster Arts Gamera from the 1999 movie.
Thank you to his wife for feeding me the information I needed to get him something.
I walked home that night, and when I got home, I went, "Did you tell Jason Gamera was a space turtle?"
That was his wife. She was like, he wanted this space turtle thing, and I know kaiju. I was like, Gamera. He wants Gamera.
My wife, she looked at me and went, "I never said space turtle." I said, "Jason said you said space turtle." She went, "I could have said space turtle." And I was like, "He's a turtle from Atlantis." She went, "So you're mad that he's a terrarian turtle and not a space turtle?" I gotcha. But no, it's amazing. A lot of the complaints
I got to handle this thing. It's really nice.
A lot of the complaints that people had were like loose joints, but mine doesn't really come off. I mean,
if you go too far,
if you go to, the arms may pop off, but it's a turtle. He's not doing anything crazy. But he came with.
You snapped some pictures of it in the booth.
I did.
Instagram too. Really brought out the detail in there.
Yeah, also, the shading's amazing.
Kind of a little wish battle for Godzilla.
Yeah, we did pose him next to the NECA Godzilla figure,
and it looked pretty good.
It scales with that line, so it looks fantastic, and I'm really happy to have Gamera. Like, I really only discovered Gamera like a year ago, but you know, he's so cool. But so I love him. Thank you again. And then, like I said, we went to Dallas Vintage Show, and I was really sad that I didn't get that SH not Figuarts, that cable. But I was like, whatever. You know, you win some, you lose some, nothing we can do about it. So we went to Jadens, and that's where we're posting either a video on Instagram or here, doesn't matter where. And we walked around the whole store. You could only have 12 people in there at the time. And we walked around the entire store at least once. And as we were about to go talk to the guys, we made it up to the front of the store, and I was holding the Marvel Legends Stepford Cuckoos. I was going to buy one of those because, you know, Walgreens is just disappointing to me. But I turned around, and we saw the Mezco Popeye. And I went,
so damn
and I went, whoa, is this? And you went, hold on, give it to me. And I was like, nah.
I'm so damn mad. And you were sitting there mulling the price over and
I was, because Popeye is hard to find.
Right then and there.
I think you can still join a wait list for him online.
Oh boy, I can join a wait list.
No, well, that was the thing though, is I always considered it because I thought about the Bluto, and then I was really disappointed I never picked it up. But Jayden likes us, so he negotiated the price down a little for me. And he did what he could, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do it. The entire time I'm deciding that, I see Jason in the corner going, put it down, put it down.
Yeah, I'm like, you don't really want that.
You don't need that. Because the moment I would have said, I'm not getting it, Jason would have grabbed it.
Sling my card. There would have been a sound effect as my card popped out of my wallet into my hand.
I went ahead and I picked it up, and boy, do I love this thing.
I'm the ex-sailor here. I should have had this Popeye. And you got him for a good price, too. You got him used.
I did get him used, but to be fair, most of my Mezcos I got from Dallas Vintage, and not all of them are always new.
Well, the good thing about Mezcos, and my buddy DFW Collector on Instagram, he actually picked up some Green Lantern Mezcos from Movie Trading Company.
Oh.
And
movie trading's a little bit tougher. Like, I got a NECA Rodan from them, and one of the wings broke off, and you can't keep it in place, so I had to super glue it down.
That's NECA.
But it's Rodan.
But the thing about Mezco collectors, typically Mezco collectors are going to take very good care.
Oh, you bet we're going to.
Exactly. So Ranger Slayer fell over. You need to fix that.
Yeah, she's hard to stand up because of the cape. But ultimately,
you're hard to stand up.
Ultimately, I am. But ultimately,
her legs are too spread. That's the problem. Anyway.
Ultimately, this Mezco Popeye is amazing, and one of the things that was holding me back from getting Mezcos is the fact that I don't own proper shelves. Back at my times working retail.
Here's my complaint for the day. Go ahead. So after he hawks me out of a freaking Popeye, just snatches it up. That's the thing about. Let me tell you something about this dude at a toy store. We were over at Retro Madness, and we see the Galaxy's Edge 3-pack. With
yeah,
we see the Galaxy's Edge 3 with the pirate guy and Ray and Chewie.
Honto, I think, is what his name is.
I forget what his name is.
It's something with an H.
Yeah, I can't think of it. I'll find
I forgot about that story. Yeah, that's my diggish move.
Nick doesn't wait. He sees and he starts moving. Like, I'm like, hey, look, there it is. And it's like a smoke outline is next to me where he previously was. Because he gets over there, gets hands on it, I was like, this son of a bitch. And he opens it up, only to find that figure.
The one figure in that box that we wanted.
And also, we saw it for like, I think it was 60 or something like that.
Yeah, it was like $60, and we were like,
woo!
That's about the price you're supposed to pay for it. I think it's $80 normally.
If you buy it there.
If you buy it at the store.
But if you get it off eBay, you're looking at double.
You're looking at like $200.
But he's already across the counter, has it in hand. It's like, oh, it's not in there. But I'm like, this is bad. And that's exactly what he did today.
Well, that was different though. I was directly in front of Popeye, and I turned around and I grabbed it, and I was like, is this really it? What really ended up pushing me over the edge for it too, because I almost said no, was I took because it was already opened, I took the sleeve off, and we got this. It had the window box, because not all Mezcos do that. It had the window box, and I looked in the window box and I went, oh no, it's super detailed. Like, everyone I've shown this to, I've only texted it to 2 people, which is my wife, who really likes it, and my buddy Adam, who went, I need you to tell me how much I can buy this figure for. And I was just like, but like seeing it in hand, I was like, you know what? It's funny too, because I laughed a little bit, because I said, if I had picked up the cable, I would have let you get the Popeye, so one of us would have still walked out with something. But
I think overall we're happy. It was a good day. It
was a good day. It wasn't a waste of a day, but yeah, it was definitely.
And we did hit up a couple of the stores looking for. There's still no new waves at any of the stores we went to. I did find a child though. At Target, those are starting to get out a little bit more.
You can find Ghostbusters everywhere now.
Ghostbusters are in. We saw them at Movie Trading Company. You saw Target.
Target's there. I mean, they are starting to sell out now. So make sure you pick up your Ghostbusters when you see them.
Lightning Collection Wave 4 has been hitting stores on the West Coast. And
Wave 5.
Wave
oh,
5.
Yeah, wait. You're right. I think it's 4. Nope.
No, it's
5. It's 5.
It's 5. They're starting to make their way towards us. We thought they would be here by the end of the week. We're in Dallas, Texas, in case you guys know. We're in the middle of the country.
There's no ports next to us, so I mean, there's nothing we can do.
Everything has to wait. If we find stuff first in Dallas before the rest of the country, it's a fluke.
Yeah, like it's not happening. Like generally, if we see something that says, "Hey, this has started hitting shelves in California," we only have to wait like 2 or 3 weeks, and then it hits shelves for us.
Yeah, the good news is we can kind of get our money together.
The virus has kind of prevented us from being able to find stuff like the regular. Like we would have probably gotten the whole wave of Power Rangers figures and paid like maybe an extra $20 total to get them all. But we would have gotten them like months ago, like at least a month and a half. But
yeah, the way things work,
everything Amazon's working out. The only one I have is Trey. I know my Time Ranger Red is shipping from Entertainment Earth, who I'm having lots of problems with, but I'm giving Dorkside another shot. But my Time Ranger will be here on Tuesday. Who knows when Billy and Ranger Slayer will be here for me.
Billy is going to be the hard one to find.
Yeah, he is. I'm surprised about that, though. Like, don't get me wrong, Blue Ranger was one of my favorites when I was growing up. But just the fact that he's just limited shipment, but I already have one on pre-order, so I'm going to get one at some point. But I'm honestly surprised he's just nowhere.
The other thing that I picked up that's not here yet, but it's coming soon.
Unicron?
I got the Oh, we're not going to talk about Unicron.
Tell me more about Unicron.
So they've been popping up on eBay. I just don't know about buying it because they're Chinese sellers, and I just want to be sure. But that Jadens Toys or Studio Sell, because they started a whole new company just to sell this thing, they are showing up. And honestly, I don't have friggin' room for it. So I'm not purchasing it.
You don't. Once we get everything probably moved into out there, if that was the case, then.
So I'm not buying that just yet. But I did get the McFarlane Shark.
You know, I make fun of you for it. But the moment it gets here, I'll be here to mess with it too. I'm just out of pure curiosity as to why they did it.
I want it, so yeah. But other than that, yeah.
Acquisitions are small, but
hopefully next week.
That's
why we need Bryce here because, we're still looking for those friggin' Halloween 3-pack.
Yeah, if you still see any, hit us up on Instagram. We'll pay you for them. We'll PayPal you. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll get the money to you because.
We're not asking you to buy it for us.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
So anyway, on to some toy news for the week. I think a lot of this stuff we're going to be
overlapping.
Yeah. So the first one you want to go ahead. Oh, actually, you know what? You always start.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay. So one that we kind of shared. Speaking of Mezco. We got to look at the new Christopher Reeve Superman figure that will be coming from Mezco. I like it, but I'm not going to buy it.
So I'm torn. It's still available for pre-order now, which says a lot. It's a Mezco exclusive, and the fact that it was released yesterday and you can still get it now proves a lot. Now, I don't know how that is on Tuesday when this goes up, but like it comes with a buttload of accessories.
Probably one of the biggest ones I've seen from Mezco so far.
This is going to cost you $125.
But I see why, because you get this Fortress of Solitude base that has a light up feature on it.
It also has removable ice parts in it, so you can have Superman hold them.
So you get a kryptonite fragment, the necklace that he was forced to wear.
I've never actually seen this movie. I own them.
Really, you should watch it.
I own all of them.
Real metal chain. So yeah, Lex Luthor put a pendant on him that basically like, here's some bling that'll kill you. And he goes down. So yeah, you get the movable crystals. I love the base too. That's got the movie logo, with the clouds and everything.
It does. And then of course, like I said, it comes with removable ice parts and kryptonite parts, but it also comes with 9 hands, if I'm not mistaken. But that alternate head though, oh baby.
This looks good.
Yeah, but no. Let me rephrase. The head it comes with initially looks amazing, but this other head, I don't think I have it in the photos that I sent to you.
It's on the one that's got like all the accessories that I've shown.
Yes, but that close up is the thing of nightmares. So
do I have the close up? Oh, I got the close up of the one that's stern, not the smiling one.
I'll get you that one, but it's one of those things where I like I said, I haven't seen this movie, but I love Superman personally. I just haven't gotten it, but now that I have more room, I have more opportunity to get Mezcos, so maybe I'll pick this one up. We'll see. I don't know.
I like it. I need a Superman for my shelf though, and
yeah, I'd have picked up the Henry Cavill one, but I didn't collect then.
This won't be the one I get. One that you put up here, and it's kind of shared, but I'm getting this. I don't know why I'm getting this, but this cup of noodles from Model Kit.
It's funny.
I've been seeing this thing like all over the place.
It's funny.
And I build models. I build Gundams and everything.
Yeah, so I build the occasional Gundam, and I build a lot of the Dragon Ball Z ones.
So
but
tell me, why am I compelled to buy a model kit of cup noodles?
It is an anniversary thing, and you are absolutely right. It is a model kit that builds the entirety of it, where it goes not only the logos, but the shrimp,
it's got the dried shrimp,
the dried dried veggies on top, the noodles in separate pieces, and you know what? It looks good. The cup looks super realistic from what I can see. It's just the inside that does not look realistic.
Only slightly less edible than cup
I
noodles.
don't remember exactly the price. I want to say this is going to run you about $30.
I would still do that. I'll find the correct price of it. But anyway, cup noodles model kit. Who's making this anyway?
It's Bandai.
This is Bandai?
Bandai is making a model kit for noodles.
Who thought this up?
Love it. The person who thought this up needs a promotion. Don't you dare.
Actually, pre-order if you get it from somewhere. It's like $20.
Yeah, it's not super expensive.
From Big Bad Toy Store, if you're gonna get it, $25.99. What? I'm getting it. I'm getting it just to like build this as a joke. I'll stream it or something. But yes,
live stream.
I saw this and I was like, I gotta get this thing. Anyway.
What in the cinnamon toast?
What in the cinnamon is this? All right, back to some toys though. We are going to look at one of the pre-orders that will be offered, or not pre-orders, one of the exclusives that will be offered for Comic-Con.
Yeah, Diamond Select got there first.
Diamond Select, you can, if you haven't gotten this already, and I mean, this has been offered a bunch of times. I don't know why anybody wouldn't have it by now, but it's a classic Ninja Turtles pack. It comes with some very interesting packaging. It looks like a party van.
Yeah,
so yeah, this is
it does remind me of some really old school packaging. This is not for me. I don't do Ninja Turtles. Like I like them, and the only time I've ever completed a team was with the Batman versus like the Ninja Turtles thing.
Yeah, but that's different. These are old school.
Yeah, but
this is the SDCC 20 Retro Rotocast Turtles. You will get 6 figures of Leo, Donnie, Mike, Raphael, Splinter, and Shredder. It's their original bodies. Looks just like the 80s figures with oversized roto heads, it says. They do look a little bit bigger. But honestly, looking at the old figures, I don't think it's too much of a difference.
I want to say there's some articulation in there that wasn't there before, but...
Doesn't look like it is.
I think the elbows have them.
I don't think so. But if you want
Yeah, don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I'm not going to quote you. Let's see. Yeah, with the individual turtle colors... It's going to have the weapons rack and packaging that looks like the party van. It's going to cost you $90. So if you really, and I have no desire, I love Ninja Turtles. I had these figures growing up. I have no desire to get them, but it is something from San Diego Comic-Con that we are seeing, and this will be offered hopefully during the San Diego Comic-Con at home, which that's an event, free.
Yeah,
and
who knows how this is going to work out.
I think it's good that we have a Pulse membership for the Hasbro stuff that we'll be needing. But anyway... Moving on, it is, like I said, I'm just going to cover things that are going to be offered at San Diego Comic-Con. So, next up is a weird one. I don't know how to cover this correctly, but Thousand Toys, love Thousand Toys. But they released these pictures for these Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow figures, and I got to tell you, man.
I don't know how to feel about them.
I thought
you said 1,000 Toys, and so far 1,000 Toys has not let us down. We don't own Ape Sapien because I don't think he's available yet. But you know, like the Hellboy we have looks great. You have the Devil May Cry figures.
Mm-hmm. And I love those.
They look okay. I like them a lot. I just don't like Dante's face. It's because they put too much grit on it. But like all of the 1,000 Toy stuffs looked amazing so far, but these don't look good.
Yeah, this is G.I. Joe and Toa Heavy Industries, Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes. These are 1/6 scale, by the way. So already that gets me out. But they've been redesigned by a Japanese artist, Nihai Tsutomu, and they're using that synthetic body that's real popular with everybody. You've seen those synthetic body ones, right? They have the 112 scale. Yeah. Not something I'm interested in, but he basically did a redesign of them. They come with only 2 sets of... Well, Storm Shadow comes with 2 sets of hands. Snake Eyes has 3 sets of hands. And I'm not feeling this design, but I'm pretty sure somebody is. I'd like to think maybe this is like a Elseworlds thing or What If.
Like, I may pick up the Snake Eyes.
Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow's bodies are long since destroyed and in the near future.
Yeah, they do kind of look cybernetic,
don't they? Are cybernetic. There's no doubt about it. And just their long-standing battle has continued. A lot of articulation on these. I just don't know if this is for me. In fact, I'm pretty sure this is not for me.
Yeah, I'd have to see it.
It's an interesting look, though. And definitely some artistic license was taken with this. But maybe, like, they just kill each other over and over again. And, they just download to a new body. And there you go. The other one that I'm excited for on SDCC news, we're getting a new Muppets figures.
God, those did not do well, if I don't remember correctly.
Are these the same ones?
The animal's the exact same, but all of the other ones are different.
So it will be a pack of the Electric Mayhem. It's a box of them all. I just want Dr. Teeth. He is my favorite.
I will say that it doesn't show all of their instruments, but they will come with them.
Yeah, they come with all their instruments. For nostalgia wise, this is one of those things where it kind of hits me there, and I'm like, do I want this? Am I gonna get it? I don't know. It looks good, but you said I remember the problems that you're having. People said like the animal could not stand.
It couldn't stand. Like it just couldn't. I never got them personally. Like because I liked the Muppets, but I never loved the Muppets. That wasn't my thing. Growing up, I just couldn't do it, but. I got the appeal, but yeah, the animal couldn't stand. But I mean, if you're getting the exclusives, you're probably not taking it out of this box. Like most of the time, we always take our stuff out of the box, but the way that they're posed in that box, you're probably going to keep it that way. So I don't see that being too big of an issue if you're a package collector, but we're not. So plus I also don't like the Muppets, so I'm not going to get it.
Oh, and the last one I wanted to put up, I showed off the Scorponok, the large one from Transformers Earthrise. There's actually, and I forgot to put the pictures in.
You're fine.
But there's another figure in the deluxe scale called Fast Track, which transforms into Scorponok's spear. So he'll actually be a separate figure, will be a weapon for this larger figure. And it is a throwback
Getting some Soul Eater up in here.
It's a throwback to the old school figure where he actually had a spear type weapon. I think that's a good integration, putting this other figure in there. And he does transform into some vehicle mode. I don't forget what Fast Track. I think it's a train or something. So he will be a spear for Scorponok. So yeah, that's my last bit of news.
Well, let's stick with the exclusive train going on here. Diamond Collectibles did also show that they are doing a special VHS packaging of their Tron figure with a recoloring where it kind of looks like a neon design. I own the Tron figures. I think 2 of them.
These are the ones that are offered at the week
at Walgreens. Yeah.
Oh man.
So I personally love Tron. Tron is one of my favorite things. I
love Tron too, but those figures do not look great.
They are not bad. They are not bad. They are not great. They are Diamond Collectibles.
Never mind.
You either hit super well or you hit terribly, and I only really picked up Tron, and I do think I have the other one as well.
I'm still mad about the Castlevania figures.
As much as I love Tron, I cannot think of the name of the villain that wasn't Master Control. But it looks okay. I'm personally not going to get it because I have no interest in the packaging. As I've said before, this is just a waste of space for me. And I already have the original Tron, so it doesn't really matter to me. But that's a pretty cool looking box if you are into that kind of stuff.
So I don't actually get a VHS tape?
No, it's a covering. It covers the figure. But sticking on that train, of course, I don't know specifically if this one... I know this one is... SH Figuarts did announce that they are doing their own their own stuff as well, and I think they're their own Soul Web exclusives. I don't have the picture in here, but it's Kid Goku in the purple outfit. We've already gotten Kid Goku before. I don't think I sent Kid Goku, but I did send Iron Man. They did go ahead and show another Iron Man figure, which is him in the armor, and that looks super good. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna go about getting it. I've never actually purchased anything like this before.
This is movie 1.
Yeah, this is movie 1. So you have the Iron Man sexy armor.
But they've made a movie 1 Iron Man already.
This is a different paint.
Okay.
So
it looks good.
Yeah, no, it looks really good. But I don't know if this is an exclusive or not. I don't think so. But if we stick with the Iron Man SH Figure Arts, they are doing the Birth of Iron Man figures, which I don't think comes with a separate head. I think it's just one head that you'll remove off the body. But you do technically 2 figures in one. You'll get Iron Man in his standard outfit in the beginning, suit, tie. Obviously, it's not completely screen accurate because it is, SH Figure Arts doing their best.
I think that's a different head.
If it is, that's great. But one of the photos does show a seam line. I don't have it in here. So if it's 2 heads, awesome. If it's not, no big deal, because this is going to run you about $80, which is about what SH Figure Arts kind of runs you to begin with, give or take, depending on what it is. I think they average around 50 to 60. But then you get a second body of when Tony is stuck in the cave building the first Iron Man armor, and that looks phenomenal.
I think there's going to be a lot of interchangeable parts here.
There's a lot of good stuff.
He's clearly wearing the suit pants, which that's accurate.
That's what he was supposed to wear. So he also comes with an anvil and all those other accessories. And I think this is supposed to drop the same week as the Mark 1 Iron Man armor does. So you can post them together as well, which is always kind of cool.
I thought about getting that suit Iron Man that we saw over at Jadens today, just because I don't have that set. I should have gotten it.
The suited one with the Mark 1 Marvel Legends?
I should have gotten that one.
I have multiple. Actually,
the suit of Tony Stark?
I don't, yeah. The Tony Stark one where he came with the Mark 1 in the 10th anniversary?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 2 of those suits. I used it for a custom for a different figure, but yeah, and I think I gave away the extra Mark 1.
Well,
but
maybe I'll just go back over to the toy store and get it. So go ahead.
It's pretty worth it. So those look pretty cool. I'm really excited for that. Sticking with companies that I don't really know. Yeah, actually, let's just stick with SH Figure Arts. SH Figure Arts did also show that they are doing the Dragon Ball Z Kid Gohan from 2 different sagas. You'll get 2 different heads.
One with stupid ass haircut.
You'll get the bowl cut.
Oh
and
my
you'll
God.
also get the the really long hair from his Saiyan saga. And it also comes with the
Namekian. The better hairstyle.
It also comes with the Namekian 1-star Dragon Ball. Which is pretty cool because it's really huge in comparison. That's pretty cool. I don't know when that drops, but I'm looking forward to it. I may pick this one up. I'm not sure yet. If I do, cool. If I don't,
now, I know we had a Gohan that was dressed like Piccolo, that had the cape and everything.
I don't recall it personally.
I had it. I owned it.
But
I just ended up selling all of my DBZ figure.
I have an entire shelf of them. Like, you have shelves everywhere. I have one shelf that's just strictly Dragon Ball Z.
I had the one that was Gohan with the Piccolo cape and everything.
Okay. I didn't pick up. There are going to be another model kit for Gohan as well, if you stick with it, by Bandai. You've got adult Gohan going ultimate, but you also have a Super Saiyan Gohan, and if you look closely enough, he's got a scar right down the cheek.
What's the deal with the scar?
The scar is future Gohan from the Cell Saga, well, Android Saga, because future Gohan raised Trunks in that saga, and he was the only one that was alive, and he had a scar, and by the end of it, he lost his arm. So I think with the fact that they're showing that alternate face, allowing you to be able to have that scarred up Gohan is pretty cool, in my opinion. I mean, I love that idea. And of course, it's a lot of reuse here, except for a few additional things that are different. I think one of the things that's different is the arms. But, I mean, it's the model kit. They get a lot of money out of that. But the fact alone that they have that extra scar means that I'll probably pick this one up just to have that kind of Gohan.
Can't do the model kits for these guys.
I do, but they all end up somewhere, and they ultimately end up replaced on the shelf when I get the SH Figure Arts anyway.
Okay.
But so they're pretty cool. I'm excited for those. We can go to Super 7 teased that they are doing some kind of partnership with Disney. And Super 7 isn't bad. They have a lot of trouble with putting a lot of things up for pre-order and then not shipping out any of the stuff for pre-order. I think this is their 3rd wave of like Thundercats that they've put up on pre-order, and they haven't shipped out wave 1 yet. But
wow,
I am interested to see what their partnership with Disney is going to bring. I'd love to see some cool Disney figures, but I probably won't invest a lot because I'm not about to pay $50 for Disney figures. But if they come forward and like say, hey, you want that Jack Skellington with better articulation than what Diamond Collectibles will give you, I'm all in.
My friend posted something about Mickey Mouse. No matter how he turns his head, his ears are always visible.
That is true. No matter how he turns his head, the ears stay the same.
I can't unsee that now.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I've seen it for a while.
I can't unsee it now.
I
don't mean to derail you.
No, you're good. Let's go to Mattel. Mattel showed us surprisingly that they are continuing their Jurassic Park line.
Yay! I'm so happy about this.
So I honestly kind of thought it was going to die because I didn't think that it was doing too well in comparison, but they did show...
Well, they're not showing up in stores.
Yeah, they never showed up in stores, but I think they were GameStops. That's the thing, though. They were GameStop exclusives, and they technically didn't send out the blue and stuff like that yet, but we got blue... And I got Owen and Blue from Movie Trading Company, but they are giving us another dinosaur. I cannot remember the name of this dinosaur. Yes, thank you. It comes with 2 alternate heads.
Or the spitting dinosaur, yes.
Yeah, and it does come with a spitting effect. But, of course, our other one is the villain of Jurassic Park, Nedry, who, it wasn't until recently that it was pointed out to me that technically he is the villain in that movie.
Yeah.
And I just never, because you're so intense on the...
He screws it up for everything.
Yeah, but it comes with, he looks okay. Mattel's doing okay with this line. It shows that he's going to have double jointed elbows, which is weird. Because
I love that cut that's there, too.
We didn't get double jointed elbows with the other one. They went to single jointed. So I'm wondering
it's never too late to correct a mistake.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to change that. But it does come with his burnt face from when he gets hit by the spit. But what's more impressive is the Barisol can that actually comes apart.
I love that part where he's like, no one cares who you are. See, no one cares.
But you know what? I want to go back and rewatch Jurassic Park. These are exciting to see that they are continuing this line.
More dinosaurs.
Yeah, more dinosaurs. We love the...
Give me 1/12 scale dinosaurs until the day I die.
So, I mean, that's pretty cool. I'm really excited about that. Let's go to McFarlane. McFarlane Toys solicited their newest Batman figures from their McFarlane toy line.
Yeah.
The problem is like I said, I really do kind of just pick and choose what's in this line. Like, okay. I didn't do any of the animated stuff. I'll probably get like half of these, but we did get a few of them. We did get to see, they got leaked a while back, but now we get pretty promotional shots. So we are getting the Grim Knight, which is supposed to be like DC's version of Punisher. Like, this is Batman who killed Joe Chill with his own gun and then just armored up.
It's a Punisher Batman.
It is. We did get one for, I don't remember what the names are for all of these, but I do know Batman Earth 44. Basically, this is like Ultron, but it's...
The one with the tentacles on his hand?
Yeah, so this one is basically Cyborg with the intellect of Batman going on a murder spree.
He's a bad Batman.
He looks pretty cool. I'll give you that, but I probably won't pick it up. Earth 32 Batman is basically the one where he gets the Green Lantern parts, and he's going to come with a like projection of like a little mini dragon, which is cool.
Is that a bat? Is that a bat?
I don't know if it's a bat. It might be a bat. I think it's a bat.
This one looks stupid because why are what are those things over his eyes?
I don't like it. This is the one I'm not going to get. I'm definitely not going to get. But however, this next one is a pretty big chunk of plastic that I could probably break your car with. And that's going to be the Devastator, which is basically Bruce Wayne mixed with Doomsday.
Look at how small that stand is compared to... Like, yeah,
that stand is...
stands
that stand's not going to do diddly. What's cool about this figure is, yeah, it's going to have a very limited articulation, but he's a big boy. And even if you don't collect 7-inch, you could put him with your 6-inch Mattel figures, and he's going to look fantastic.
Oh, yeah, he's just got to be a big...
Jason, he's $20. They didn't increase the price.
For sure
they did not increase the price point for this. Okay. He is $20.
Is this going to fit inside the standard packaging?
Probably not.
Okay, then.
But they confirmed that Devastator will be $20, and I have to see it. He's the one I'm going to get the most.
I have to see this.
Like, I don't even care about these storylines. I don't read the comics really anymore. But Devastator looks legit. Let's go to Marvel. Man, we got those pretty promotional pictures of the Punisher. You know what? I wasn't looking too forward to this figure. I was gonna grab it anyway because it's Frank Castle. He looks cool. He's on a nice bike. But you know what I noticed? He's got Snake Eyes Uzi in there.
There is some crossover here.
So it's cool
I
though.
love the weapons he comes with.
That's the thing. Is I like a lot of the weapons he comes with, but I can use the baseball bat or the shotgun. I can take any of these weapons and give them to Snake Eyes to fix the problem I had with Snake Eyes.
Is it the exact same?
It's the same Uzi. So because of that, we're gonna get So we're gonna get more weapons that I'm gonna give my all black Snake Eyes and my Frank Castle. But
you got a Tech 9, a machete,
but man,
a baseball bat.
This all black.
Have we ever gotten a baseball bat accessory in Marvel Legends?
I don't think in Marvel Legends. We have in DC, but not in Marvel Legends.
We need a baseball bat.
I'm glad we have one.
The machete, I'm pretty sure that came with Craven before.
I don't know, but it does look familiar. This bike.
Or that double barrel shotgun.
This bike's going to Snake Eyes. It's not sticking with Frank. I'm giving this bike to Snake Eyes.
I think Snake Eyes will ride something a little bit more. Also, why does this figure have that helmet?
It's a storyline. I'd never read this storyline, but it's something particularly to do with that storyline. It looks like
he's about to yell "Fuss Roda." Okay,
I'm okay with it.
Frank Castle in Skyrim. Okay.
So, Fan First Friday was supposed to be recently, Marvel's edition, and we got these leaks early, but we went ahead and got them anyway. We knew about the Strong Guy wave, but we didn't know everything. We did know that we were getting Warpath. That's supposed to be Sunspot, which just looks amazing. Maverick. What is this one? It's Tom, right? Black Tom Cassidy.
Tom Cassidy, yes.
We already knew about the blue Deadpool, which I really don't care for.
He's got Forge's weapons that they're now reusing for.
I will take every Deadpool, but that's what I used to say until the MCU version of Deadpool's figure was announced, and now that's the only one I want ever. But whatever, I'm gonna get this one because I need it for Strong Guy, which is the Build-A-Figure. But we also got teased recently about Jeff the Shark.
Sharks with legs, my greatest fear.
So I texted you when that went up and had no clue what was going on, and we researched it to find out it was Gwenpool. And me and you tried to think, well, maybe it's like a deluxe figure for Comic-Con or something.
I'm pretty sure that's what I texted back to you too.
Yeah.
Sharks with legs, my greatest fear.
And that's what you said. But then we found out that he is an accessory coming with one of the last two figures in the wave, which is Shikla, which I don't know too much about this character. I know that she was Deadpool's wife at some point in the comics. I don't think they're together anymore.
No, they broke up.
It was really funny to see her in the comics because a lot of the stuff that involved her involved Spider-Man as well, which I really laughed at when I saw that part. But then, of course, the last figure in the wave, which goes back on my, I no longer care about the flavors of Deadpool, and then it made me come back to flavors of Deadpool, is Captain Deadpool.
Captain Deadpool.
I want it. I want it so bad.
I want to talk myself out of this, but I need it.
It's mine. I want it. So I'm gonna get Captain Deadpool. I have to have it for
Strong Guy anyway. This is where I have a problem because they're taking the choice out of my head on what to get because I need Strong Guy.
Most of the time, Marvel Legends came with one figure that didn't come with something, and you usually didn't have to get it. Which
for Gamerverse was that ugly ass Captain America.
I liked that cat, but we're moving on. What's crazy to me though is so technically these aren't supposed to come out till September. Same thing with the Vintage Wave, which Marvel, you really just want to mess with my bank account, don't you? Why are you Star Wars, Hasbro, and I want to say something else. Maybe Mafex actually all pull in September. That's gonna be a freaking $600 plus month. And
I mean, we were talking about May or June was going to be a high
June. We thought was going to, which it ended up not being. But I got to start saving for September. September is going to kill me, which is why I kind of somewhat regret the things we bought today. But here we are, just time to save up. But man, people already have these. People paid 3 times the price on Mercari, which I just cannot comprehend for the life of me. So people have already got the Strong Guy wave up on YouTube. You can check them out. Same thing with the Vintage Spider-Man wave. You can go ahead and check that out as well. But
I really want a lot of the stuff out of those, especially the Vintage Spider-Man wave. But I'm not overpaying.
The last thing I want to talk about is NECA has given me a lot of good stuff when it comes to Godzillas. I love the Godzillas, and every time I go to Twitter, I constantly ask, is there a possibility that I could see some classic other monsters like Rodan or Mothra or King Ghidorah or, you know, King Caesar, any of like the monsters? I didn't care, but they never answered me. He always ignores me, and I'm always mad about it. But they did recently reveal today that we are getting a classic, it's not today, but a classic King Kong. And I'm all for it.
I'm getting the King Kong.
King Kong looks great. He is about 8 inches tall. He's got a buttload of articulation. Now, I kind of wish he came with a closed mouth. Like, I'm happy he's got an angry open mouth, and that he's got another.
They don't do interchangeable.
And then he's got another open mouth. But I wish he came with a closed mouth. But that's just so I could have options. But man, I'm all for this King Kong. Oh,
I need him to fight my. I love that one of the pictures he's holding a quarter.
Well, that's the thing. So I have the original Godzilla versus King Kong that they made from
this
NECA.
Is the newer King Kong.
But this is kind of like a somewhat modernized King Kong. This is not from the movie.
Oh, it's not. Yeah.
This is a classic King Kong with a little bit of touch-ups here and there, which makes me think that now that they're able to do King Kong, when the new Kong versus Godzilla movie comes out, are they going to give me like a battle-damaged Godzilla and then give me a Kong from Skull Island? Because I need them. I will make myself a King Kong shelf.
They need to fight.
I'm ready for that movie too. That's all I got for news.
Yeah, news was a little bit sparing this week.
Yet I'm already tired.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through looking through some Macari. All right, so we'll do some shout outs this week.
Woo-hoo. I actually have a shout out.
All right, go right ahead.
I do. I want to give a shout out to Blazing Buster. That's his name. Just Blazing Buster.
Sounds like a Mega Man attack.
This is one of the first times we put out a shout out to someone who actually has fewer followers than I do. And I don't have a lot of followers on Instagram. I think I'm in like 250s. This guy only has 105 followers as of today. I came across his photos by accident.
A shame.
I know. So he does a lot of stuff with his with Power Rangers. And I've got to say that when I came across his stuff, I was actually rather surprised at how good quality some of these photos are. Because, yeah, some of them look like basic, which is the Captain Red Guardian. I'm sorry, not Captain. Red Guardian. The Red Guardian one looks okay. But, like, then you look at some of these, like the Steve Rogers ones. He has good lighting on them. They're very, like, stoic.
There are definitely some artistic stuff going on.
There's a lot of artistic stuff. Like, I really like the one that he did with freaking Cybervillain Blaze. Like, those look good. Give him a follow. He deserves a follow. He's my shout out this week. This is definitely falls into one of those people.
Instagram.com/blazingbuster.
This is definitely one of those times where somebody who needs more love deserves it. So go give him a follow.
All right. Well, then my pick this week is actually someone I met in person over at Madness Comics, perusing some action figures over there. We started talking. We had a good conversation. Hell, we might want to actually get this guy, since he's local, get him on the show. But Byronian Action Figure Picks.
Yeah.
Byronian Action Figure Picks, also another photographer for figures. Looks good. Love his stuff. And nice guy all around, honestly.
I do think that now that we're starting, we're in season 2 of alternate heads and so on and so forth, I do think that we need to start getting more guests, especially if anyone in the toy collecting community wants to show up on the show, come and, talk toys with us. We may even just do a show that's not going to be like what we normally do and we just sit around talking toys. We could do a toy discussion and have it like a different kind of alternate head segment.
Oh, yeah. And, yeah, he does really good photos on here. I've been just looking over some of his stuff. Definitely deserves some follows.
Oh, absolutely.
Good. You caught up to some of his pictures here?
Yeah. I looked at them.
Cool. Yep, gave him a follow, and yeah, definitely somebody who, fantastic work, deserves some more followers. So anyway, that is pretty much it for the week, man. God, it's just doing this show does not seem the same without Bryce.
You should follow Bryce, though. You can follow Bryce's toy page, which is Trapdoor Toys.
Or at Bryce Culver on Instagram. Go ahead and send him some love. Definitely send him some love right now. The man could use some. So anyway. But yeah, it's not the same doing this show without Bryce.
I do miss Bryce. Some people follow this show strictly for the vintage news, and we're just not those vintage collectors.
Yeah, I get some vintage stuff.
Jason, Where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at JasonDX, but also follow SCNS Live, Facebook.com/SCNS Live, and always like and subscribe to this channel. Like the video, subscribe to the channel.
You know, you can find me on Instagram at the Near Plasma. Technically, there is another Near Plasma. It is also me, but that was me in like middle school / high school. I'm pretty sure it was high school, but I also don't remember that that stuff. It was literally just a picture of Yoshi everywhere.
It's a bunch of poetry and crap.
No, it's literally just random pictures of a Yoshi figure just randomly throughout my house.
Dark things are dark.
You're right.
Were you emo?
I was not an emo kid. But yeah, no, I'm at the Near Plasma. That's the one I'm active on. I'm really not active on Twitter, so you can just ignore me. Or you can follow me there. That one's Near Plasma.
Cool. All right, guys, that is our show this week. I hope you enjoyed the other videos on the channel, of course, of Dallas Vintage Toys. Please go visit them at their new location. Everything looks great.
Check us on our Instagram account, which is SCNS Live or Alternate Heads Podcast.
Go and subscribe to both of those two. And, of course, Jadens Toys over in the Stonebriar Mall in Frisco, Texas. Anyway, guys, that is the show. We will see you in 2 weeks. Always stop and smell the plastic. We'll see you later.
I smelled the plastic. It's too strong.